All right, I don't want to bring the mood down, but again,
Mhm.
this is your life.
Yeah.
This is shit that happened to you.
Hmm.
Back in the day, the media was different. It just was. Like we didn't have, you know, 90 million podcasts off of like one particular sport or like even League of Legends. Like shit was just different. So Bob Ryan in
Uh,
1998 had a really awful, highly critical article of you.
yep.
And for those who don't know, this is July 19th, 1998, Boston Globe. This is him. The simple fact of the matter is that Antoine Walker is a punk. Antoine Walker is such an arrogant, misguided yes punk that there's nothing either ML Carr, Rick Pitino, or the Pope could do with this kid. His juvenile mugging is classless. It irritates opponents. Yes, Antoine, people on other clubs really do hate you, and it embarrasses the organization. In no sense is he a leader. He is a classic product of the modern basketball system. He mentions AAU, who has only met one coach, Rick Pitino, who has ever told him no about anything. He's arrogant and classless about his profession, merely a punk who can play a little basketball. Join me in wishing him well at his next destination. Twan, what the fuck? Like I cannot believe that this was printed. You were young at this time. I mean, when you read that at a young age, how did you feel?
I mean, you know what's crazy too about the point I'm gonna get to that is that, like you said, it wasn't social media back then. So we would actually you actually reading the newspaper. So you actually open up the newspaper and reading this article. I confronted him, um, and I expressed my displeasure in the article. I asked him and basically told him I need him to keep his comments to strictly basketball.
That's fair.
Um, that I was not appreciative of some of the language that he used, and he's taking it to a step that is going to get bigger than basketball. So we had this conversation, and I basically told him that um, I'm going to let you slide, but don't come around me. I don't want you. You can write what you want to write. If I go 0 for 18, obviously that's your job. You're going to write it, but keep any personal attacks of my name out your mouth. You are not allowed to have personal attacks of me anymore. So if I go 0 for 18, you can write that. I play bad. Do what you need to do. I can't stop you from that. But you will never have another personal attack on me either. And I left it at that.
And what was your working relationship like after that?
I mean, he would never come up to me and just interview me. He could obviously when media session was in the locker room, I'm pretty sure he'll be in the back or surrounded in there and get comments because we were in the playoffs a couple years, so he covered us
Right.
pretty. So he would, I don't know what he was writing at that point. I kind of just challenged him out. But as long as he didn't say anything that I felt like that was personal, taking personal attacks at me, was fine. And if I go for, if I go 0 for 18, you write what you're supposed to write. I'm not telling you, you got to do your job. But the personal attacks had to stop.
Right.
But I, but I did. It's crazy that you asked me that, but I did address it. Obviously, I was not happy about it. Thank God it just was. It was not in the social media um, time because no telling where that could have went led to. You know what I'm saying?
Well, elaborate on that. How would it be different?
I just think because the stuff gets picked up, you start to create rumors and things about players and stuff like that. You don't know how that could have affected me, my marketing opportunities off the court, way other teams may look at me. I mean, Bob Ryan's a very respectful and legendary reporter. So when those type of guys make those type of comments, people tend to listen. So you have to be careful in those situations. So I'm glad it wasn't in that type of social media setting at all.
What would
That's
it
that now.
what would it be like if you two saw each other?
Um, now I mean, I probably will speak now. And the only reason why is because um, I mean, I think because I'm on the side of the fence now a little bit
Right.
and doing media, I know how hard it is. Um, but I know not to take personal attacks on people. And I mean, you've done media, we know that. I mean, we've been critical of people, but we try to keep it in the essence of their play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you try not to make it personal because sometimes you don't know those players and people personally. So you try to keep it, you know, on whatever sport they're playing. So that's just how I am and how I try to do it.